All right, welcome back. That's my fault. I don't know. I hit a button and everything just went away. Carson Leitz steps in, and it's 0-2 to him. He only missed 2 pitches, and that hits the outside corner. The 1-2 is, how about Shane Patrick tonight? That's his third strikeout in 4 batters, and KJ Jones steps in. KJ Jones. Yeah, my apologies. I don't even know what I hit, and that's the bad part about it. I don't even know what button I hit. As these apps and things update, they put these new buttons in there, and I don't know. Jones with a shot down to the third baseman, Liam Miller up and over to first, and that's 2 outs. And I'll tell you what, pitching, he threw 10 pitches last inning so far this inning. He keeps going at this rate. He might get to go the distance. He keeps mowing them down like this. Brock Lustig steps in. Lustig not off to a great start at the plate, but his arm is incredible. Plays a great shortstop. Yeah, I apologize. I don't even know what I hit. Swing and a miss. 1-1. That ball is fouled back and out of play. And it's 1-2 again. And right now, you got to feel like if you're going 1-2 to Patrick, you're cooked. And Lustig stays alive there, doing his best Bee Gees impression. 1 ball, 2 strike. Patrick already with 3 strikeouts in his first 5 batters. Let's see if he can make it 4 for 6. Indeed! And that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Let me get us situated, and I'll be right back here on BSN. Shane Patrick steps in and swings and misses at strike one to start the bottom of the second inning here. No score between the Mustangs and the Commodores. And that's fouled back, and it's quickly 0-2. Patrick this season in the box, batting 200. His job is to get some outs, and he certainly does that. Outside, 1-2. I want to thank My Card, as they are second and third inning sponsors. The pitch in the dirt, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I want to say good luck to Holy Trinity Boys Lacrosse. They'll be playing for a state championship tomorrow against the McClay School. The 2-2 is strike 3 looking. And Shane Patrick does a little window shopping.
Now batting number 22, Asher Anderson.
And that is the 4th strikeout of the night as Asher Anderson steps in, the power hitting right fielder. And he swings and fouls one off the mask of KJ Jones, and it's 0-1. On deck is Nate Bailey. Curveball is a Butte Clark, and it's 0-2. Leo Leach takes a step off the rubber. One, two. Good pitch. Just off the outside. Worth a shot. The 1-2 on its way is a curveball, and I don't know where that missed. I think it only missed because he said it missed. And it's 2-2. 2-2 to 22. Asher Anderson, Carson Leeds. 2-2 on its way. Fouled back and out of play, and the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Curveball is the second strikeout of the inning as he pulls the hook on that one and puts some bait on it, and it's 2 outs as Nate Bailey steps in. If you came to this one tonight looking for runs, you came to the wrong place, because these are 2 of the best pitchers in Brevard County. That's in the dirt, 2-0. Patrick and Leitz. And they're showing it tonight. And that's nothing against the hitter. Sometimes you just got some outstanding arms on the bump, and that's the case tonight. And there's a ground ball to the shortstop, up and over to first, and that's the 3rd and final out. 3 up, 3 down, and a much better second inning than it was at first for Leeds. We go to the top of the 3rd. No score between the Mustangs and the Commodores. Wanted to take a minute to tell you a little more about my card. My card is, listen, you got a student athlete that wants to play at the next level, a student athlete that can play at the next level, a student athlete that's marketable at the next level, a student athlete that wants to market themselves at the next level, student athletes got highlights, GPAs, transcripts. My card is what they need. You can put it all on there. You can put those transcripts. You can put those GPAs. You can put those huddle highlights. You can put anything you need on there. And instead of going through a coach's DM box to try to get your name out there, well, how about you give them a QR code and say, Coach, if you like what you see here, there's my QR code. Give me a call. And coaches love that. Simplify the process for the coaches, and they'll remember that, I promise. So we'll put the QR code up on the screen, not the whole screen, but we'll get it up there. Patrick back out on the bump, and first pitch. That's the first time I've seen him fall behind tonight. 1-0 as Nick Cunningham steps in. The 1-0 from Patrick. He didn't stay there very long. It's 1-1. QR code's down in the bottom left-hand corner. The 1-1 on its way is now 1-2, and he has been ahead of every hitter tonight. That ball is driven deep into center field, but back there is Brandis, and he hauls it in for out number 1. Xavier Larice steps in. Xavier had a busy week this week. He verbally committed to play football at the University of Oregon this week. Batting 8th in the lineup. First pitch offering to Larice is upstairs. So far this season, the X-Man, he's looking for his first hit in 11 ABs. So Coach Collins drops him down a little bit in the lineup, letting him get some of his confidence back. He'll get there. Don't you worry about Xavier. And that ball is fouled off. The count is 2-1. And don't let him on base either, because if you let him on first, he'll be at second. The 2-1 on its way is upstairs, 3-1. So Patrick in danger of walking his first batter tonight. And this is not the one you want to walk. And that ball is fouled back and out of play. Impressive fastball. Chest high, and the count is full at 3-2. One out here, top of the third, no score between the Mustangs and the Commodores. Patrick gets the signal from Arnold. Rocks, kicks, fires. Strike 3! And Xavier Larice doing a little window shopping as he gets caught looking. And that is out number 2 for the 5th strikeout of the night for Patrick. Vincent Breckenridge steps in. That's the 2nd strikeout tonight Patrick has. Catching people looking at him. Nice job by Shane to come back on that. He was down 3-1 in the count and fought all the way back. It only missed because he said it missed. 2-0. 3-0. Coach Arnold lifts up, tells him settle down a little bit. And that is for the proverbial 3-0 strike as Vincent Breckenridge is trying. I don't think Breckenridge is going to swing the bat. Oh, my. Okay. And Breckenridge does not swing the bat. And that is ball 4. Zeklin Tynan steps up. Tynan got caught window shopping back in the top of the first with a looking strikeout. The leadoff hitter for Eau Gallie this year, or right now anyway. Tynan batting 182. Keep your eye down there on Breckenridge, and he's off and running. Arnold with the throw. Safe. And the good throw. I mean, it's a bang play, and that's a good call by Bob. He got in under the tag, and that's a stolen base for Breckenridge. That's why he didn't swing the bat, trying to make something happen. And then, that's strategy in baseball. If you can get to that 2-0 point, well, force him to work. Get on base and then try to steal a base. Now you got a runner at second with 2 outs here. And I thought that was a foul ball, but I guess not. And Breckenridge is now standing at third. So now he's got 2 stolen bases. So now you got a runner at third with 1 out, all from a walk. But Shane has got Tynan in an 0-2 hole. Patrick kicks. And that one is punched down the left field line. Foul. Tynan doing a good job there to get the bat head on that and poke it foul to live for another pitch. Patrick, look for him to come somewhere just to blow his doors off here. And he tried there, and the count stays 0-2. Upstairs, 1-2. That one does not break. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs now. So deuces are wild here. The turn card pitch on its way. What will it be? And TNT as Patrick blows the doors off of Tynan, and that ends the third, stranding the runner at third. We head to the bottom of the third with no score. Great crowd on hand here tonight as we get a ton of people here. It's Friday night baseball. Why wouldn't there be, right? Look at that crowd. Great crowd here. All right, as we get set for bottom of the third inning. Ty Brandis steps in. Brandis struck out his first time up. Carson Leitz. Ty Brandis, top of the order for the Mustangs here. Curveball is inside for ball one. There's a shot. Foul. Gallie and Merritt Island, they played a lot through the years since 2007. I'll tell you here in a minute. And there's a little shot off the end of the bat that ends up in the glove of Alex Jacobs for out number one. These two teams have played I think I've read over 30 times since 2007. Oh, yeah, 23 and 12, 35 times since 2007. Eau Gallie, or Merritt Island, I should say, has won 4 in a row in 6 of the last 7, and the Mustangs are 23 and 12 against the Commodores in that time frame. So kind of one-sided, if you will, between these two. And that's an HBP. Hey, it's Grant Arnold for the second time in the game. Sometimes you just, I don't know. So this is shaping up a lot like that first inning did, where he got the first out, then he hit Arnold, and Liam Miller singled. Solid base hit his last time up to left center field. Miller steps in, and KJ Jones wants a chance to chat with his pitcher, and he's going to get it. Jake Brandis, the on-deck hitter. And oh my goodness, that one's lifted down the line, and it is a fair ball. And moving on the pitch was Arnold, and into second base on the throw in goes Miller, and Liam Miller is 2 for 2. And for the second time in 3 innings, Miller and Arnold stand at second and third with 1 out. All right, let's see what Leitz has got. He was in the same position back in the first inning and got out of it as Miller was standing on second. He actually had the bases loaded with 1 out and then struck out Burns and Rolu. Jake Brandis walked his last time up. And again, it's not a bad option with first base open not to kind of pitch around the number 4 hitter here. MLB's pitch clock has spoiled me. Have you seen this challenge thing yet on balls and strikes? My God, I love it. There's a strike. Have you seen this yet, George? The spring training, and they're experimenting with challenging balls and strikes. Pitcher gets 2 per game. A batter teams get essentially 2 per game, and only the batter or the pitcher can use it. The 0-1. Yeah, that's strike 2. That's right down Merritt Island Boulevard. And a big pitch coming here. I might even, well, you can't now, but Leach has got to be careful here. Curveball gets him. Strike 2 or strike 3, out 2.
Now batting number 16, Chase Burns.
6 strikeouts now for Leach. 2 on, 2 out now. With Chase Burns at the dish, he struck out his last time up. First baseman's playing way back. Third baseman's playing way back. If he can bunt, I might lay one down here. Why not? Outside, ball 1. Got that grass that'll keep that ball. Yeah, I might try to bunt my way on here. That curveball does not find the strike zone, and it's 2-0. A lot of options now if you're Jason Arnold. The 2-0 hitters count. Pitch on the way from Leeds. He's a strike at the knees. 2-1. The 2-1 is 3-1. Braden Rolu with an opportunity to, might get an opportunity to bat here. 3-1. Curveball misses. Ball 4. All right.
Batting number 14, Braden Lowe.
So Relu steps in, second time in 3 innings. The bases are jacked. They're filled up. With 2 outs to go, can Leitz do it again? Can he get out of trouble with the bases juiced? That'll depend on Brandon Rouleau. Struck out his first time up. Outside, ball 1, nowhere to put him. Oh, if I were the hitter here, I'd squeeze that strike zone. I'd hang over the top of it. Nice pitch. Nice pitch. 1-1. Outside corner right there. And that's a chopper foul. And now tension builds. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Everywhere you look is a Mustang. And Carson Leitz trying to get out of trouble again with the bases loaded. Leitz with some explosiveness of his own as he blows the doors off of Brandon Rolu for the 3rd out of the inning. And for the 2nd time in 2 innings, Leitz gets out of a bases loaded jam. We head to the 4th. No score. Off to the fourth inning we go. It'll be Aiden McMahon, Alex Jacobs, and Carson Leach, the meat of the Eau Gallie order. Patrick, 6 strikeouts in the game tonight as he faces Aiden McMahon, who popped out to the first baseman his first time up. McMahon tonight DHing for Wes Lawrence. Or I'm sorry, not for Wes Lawrence. I'm looking at the wrong guy. That ball is popped up, and I mean skied up. Oh, and it's dropped and down to second base with an error. Will go Aiden McMahon, and that'll be an E7. It's a tough ball, but it's an error. That ball was hit about as high up in the air, as you could hit it, but you got to catch it, and he didn't, and it's an error. Baseball is such a hard sport, isn't it? I mean, it's so final, right? It's like, yep, nope, yep. You leave room for interpretation, but the bottom line is pretty much in the end, it's definitive. It's either a strike or a ball, right? One guy gets to say that. It's either an error or it's not. One guy gets to make that up. So it's a pretty definitive sport. But that is a tough ball to catch, man. Way up there like that. Patrick pulls the string on that one. And 0-1 to Carson Leach. Leach, the team's leading hitter in terms of RBIs with 9 and hits with 6. That ball is skied into center field, tagging at second. And here comes the throw from the center fielder. And in safely at third on the tag is Aiden McMahon. And a sacrifice fly for I'm sorry, that was Alex Jacobs. For Alex Jacobs, this is Carson Leach. Oh, nice job. Nice job by Jason Arnold as he and Bobby Collins is fit to lose his mind here. But great job by Coach Arnold. They appealed that he left early, and Bob said he did and called the runner out. That's 2 outs. Yeah, they say Aiden McMahon left early. So an error for an error. Bobby doesn't like it, but it's going to stand. Listen, Bob's got one job, and he did it there. The umpire, Bob, he's a Hall of Famer. He's been around. He said he left early, and that's a good pickup by Jason Arnold, too. Swing and a miss. That's a big play right there. That's a huge play. Huge. And that's the out. That's the third out of the inning. And just like that, the whole tide turns. 3 up, and it ends up being 3 down as we go to the bottom of the fourth, and still no score. Hall of Famer Bob Walton out there with the call on the early leave. Jason Arnold, another Hall of Famer, at UCF, and of course the Space Coast Sports Hall of Fame. But bottom line is that's a big play right there for Merritt Island, as that can only mean Shane Patrick's up. If I hear that music, I know his walk-up music. A little bit of Rihanna. And Carson leads them into the bottom of the fourth. What a game. This is a good one. What are we looking at? Is there another launch? Oh, it's another national anthem. There's a lacrosse game going on, so they're doing the national anthem for that. So everybody has stopped to recognize that national anthem, which I think is cool. Except I had the headsets on and I couldn't tell a national anthem was going on. I thought everybody turned around and looked up at the launch. All right. Play ball. Here we go. Yeah, I thought it was a launch. I see. I can't hear with these headpieces on. I'm like, what's everybody looking at? And it's not a launch. As we get ready to start the inning here, and for the Mustangs again, it'll be Shane Patrick, Asher Anderson, and Nate Bailey. As they'll give Carson Leitz a warm-up toss or two. We'll get to hear Rihanna again. Little chicken dance going on now. No. All right, here we go. Pitcher to pitcher. First pitch offering is strike one. Low. I'll tell you what, KJ Jones almost got me on the frame job there. Nice job by him, but it's low. 1-1. Upstairs, 2-1. Three and one. Good eye by Patrick. The 3-1 on its way. And Patrick will lead off with a walk here. Asher Anderson steps in. So a 5-pitch walk as Braden Uzi comes in to run for Shane. Uzi. I'd like to have a name like that. That's cool. Uzi. Braden Uzi. Is that how you say his last name is Uzi? Is it? That's a cool last name, man. I mean, if you're, he almost got picked off. Braden better get back. If you're in, if you're into firearms, that's a cool last name, right? I mean, yeah, I don't want to assume anything. It's a good lead by Uzi. Swing and a miss. All I'm gonna tell you is you better hope you don't steal a base, cause I got something up my sleeve all ready to go for that one. Uh, nice move by Carson. As Asher Anderson stands in. I saw Anderson hit a ball a couple of years ago. I think it's still traveling. Shows bunt on that one. And that gets out of play. No wind at the moment, which is unusual for Clint Hurdle Field. I mean, those flags are not moving. Uzi with a good lead at first. And he fires off to second. Here's the throw. And down to second. And he's going to try to get the third, and he will. Brandon Uzi fires his way around the bases. Steals. What? What did they call? They say he was out at third. Wow. How?
Now batting.
Okay. So he gets caught at third, I guess. What happened? Did they say he threw him out at third? I have no idea I guess they say that he got called at third, but I don't know. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, an interference call. And there's a shot to the second baseman up and over to first. And, I mean, you got back-to-back weird innings. You get a call at third and I don't know. Anyway, that ends the inning. Crazy how that one ended.
We want to thank our VIP parking lot sponsors, K&B Drywall and Painting Services, G&G Roofing, Triangle Auto.
So I'm guessing Asher Anderson struck out. And, yeah, Nate Bell. Okay, so, yeah, that's it. I mean, I have no idea. I guess that's the way it went. So that takes us through a weird fourth to the top of the fifth. No score. So the call is batter's interference, and everybody's out. So that's the way that goes. And the first pitch will get you there from Patrick is strike one. So batter's interference. As KJ Jones. One and one. Foul back to the screen brings it to a ball and two strikes. Upstairs. It'll be Jones, Lustig, and Cunningham for Bobby Collins. And speaking of great managers, Bobby Collins, the man, 476 career wins. And yes, window shopping
Number 22.
as Patrick catches KJ Jones looking. Can I help you? No, thank you. I'm just looking. And one out. And that'll bring up Brock Lustig, who struck out back in the first. That's chest high for a ball. 1-0. That's a ball. Curveball. Pulls the hook on that one. And Brock Lustig baits it. Looks at it. Strike one. Strike two. So now this is a perfect situation for Patrick. He has thrown Lustig 2 fastballs and now 2 curveballs. I don't know what's coming. There's the high fastball, and it's 3-2. That's a good guess. The 3-2 is lifted deep into left field and back and caught. And a nice job by Nate Bailey out there to haul that one in.
Number 16.
Nick Cunningham steps in. Cunningham flied out to the center fielder his last time up. By the way, that error earlier was just the 4th error all season. 3rd error all season, I believe. 6th error all season by Merritt Island. 6 errors all year. That's pretty good in 7 games. That's good fielding. Great fielding. Out of play. The Commodores have committed just 3 errors in 5 games. 977 clip for Eau Gallie, 971-72 for the Mustangs. 1-1. She sounded like a tennis player on that pitch. You could hear the grunting. 3-1 to Cunningham. And that ball should be hauled in. And it is for the 3rd and final out by Wes Lawrence. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Still no score. All right, welcome back here. Man, this thing's moving right along, and two of the best pitchers in Brevard County are showing us why tonight. As Ty Branders steps back up. Top of the lineup, Branders 0 for 2 tonight. A strikeout and a pop out. Leach curveball does not break, 1-0. Strike at the knees, 1-1. Just a hair to your left there for me, Buster, please. 1-1. 1-2 as Leach pulls the hook. And Brandis takes the bait, and it's 1-2 now. Nice job by Brandis. That is 4.3 speed, Buster showing on the way to that foul ball. My man still can run. That's 4.40, Buster. And that one is fouled back and in the parking lot. Grant Arnold is on deck. I'm sure Arnold's goal is to reach by any other means than getting hit with the pitch. And it's 2-2 now. Leach had him down at a 2-strike hole. And 4 pitches later, it's 2-2. Nice pitch, but it's just misses. KJ Jones hung that one there any longer. It would have come to life. 3 balls and 2 strikes, and a good at-bat by Brandis to battle back. He will not win the battle, though, as Leach strikes him out for the second time tonight. So Grant Arnold has that ball likes the middle of his back because it's found it twice tonight. He's been hit twice by a pitch. And he swings and misses. That's strike 1. And each of the last 2 times the top of the order has been up, they've gotten the first out of the inning, but then the next 2 batters have gotten on base and reached second and third as Arnold swings over the top of that one. And it's because Arnold was hit in the back twice. Man, he just got a piece of that. And it's 0-2. Liam Miller on deck in the hole is Jake Brandis. Oh, hung one, and Grant Arnold makes him pay. He hung a curveball, and Arnold hung it into center field. And again, Arnold reaches with 1 out, and that brings up Liam Miller. Miller has singled and doubled, so let's see what they can do here. These two have ended up at second and third in the first inning and then in the third inning. Upstairs. Ball one. KJ Jones, 16 pitches thus far. I got. Hard tag back. Good luck to the Holy Trinity boys soccer team as they're going to play for a 2A state championship tomorrow. Up at DeLand Stadium. Up at Spec Martin Stadium in DeLand, I should say. 1-0. Upstairs, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. And here comes Ryan Houston at to have a chat. I don't know what his pitch count is at, but I know this inning alone, 19 pitches. These two teams met in the final of the renewed 2025 Challenger Classic, a 1-0 masterpiece pitched by Shane Patrick in that one. And tonight, it's a 0-0 masterpiece by Patrick and Leach going at it. The 2-0 in the dirt, great block. Jones won't get him. And Arnold down the second. And it's like Yogi Berra used to say, it's like deja vu all over again. Three and 0. Strike one. He's just winding his arm up there. 3-1. Leach has battled back all night from these counts. Can he do it again here? And there's a little numbler. This is a tough play by the shortstop. He comes back. And Bob Walton says he's safe. That's a great play by Brock Lustig. Lustig knew he wasn't going to get the runner at first. And then he pump faked and nearly got Grant Arnold coming around third. But right now, here we go again. First and third. I'm going to give Miller a hit. So first and third, watch out for the steal here. As Jake Brandish steps in, the left-handed hitter here. So let's see. Lots of things that could be on here. Let's see how Eau Gallie plays it. They cut the throw, try to, so much that you can do here. We'll see if even Merritt Island tries to bunt. One out. Pop up and out of play. And that's strike one. Carson Leach was in the same situation in the first. 2 on, 1 out, got out of it. Same situation in the third. 2 on, 2 out, got out of it. 2 on, 1 out here in the fifth. Same batters. Oh, they're going to get him. And they threw the ball away. And Grant Arnold is feeling pretty lucky tonight. Yeah, no, I get that, but he nearly got it. Arnold gets back safely, and Eau Gallie, Bobby Collins is coming out, and he's asking, did he knock the ball out? What happened here? I couldn't see. I can't see over the dugout. But Collins talking to Bob Walton, and he's going to ask the home plate umpire. And these guys have made some wild calls all night, so we'll see what happens here. I'm not saying they're inaccurate. I'm just saying that you just don't see it a lot. Catch, interference, runner left early from second. And let's see what they do here. Nothing's going to change. Gallie with a golden opportunity there, and just didn't get it done. So now, second and third, one out and one strike. Leeds going to have to battle again. And again, just like in the first inning, and in the third, not a bad thing that first base is open here. That's a strike. And there's a mix-up in the signals. The umpire called a strike, but KJ Jones was certainly expecting something else there because he walked out to the pitcher and was like, what are we doing here? It's the fifth inning. Leach with an opportunity here. Blocked, and Arnold's going to take it and score. And Grant Arnold gets home on the bounced wild pitch by Leach. And I tell you what, sometimes that's what it takes to come away out of a game like this. You'll take them any way you can get them, and the Mustangs lead it 1-0. And that's probably going to do it for Carson Leach, because I believe Ryan Houston's already been out. This is the second mound visit. Bobby Collins comes out. I guess not. We got anybody warming up. Doesn't look like. No, it's against Leach. It's going to stay. I don't know. Maybe it's got to be 1-0 here. Is Merritt Island. This was the score when these two teams met in the Challenger Classic. Jake Brandis now with a runner at third. Eau Gallie's infield in all the way around. Pitch. Here's a strikeout. And that'll be out number 2. Chase Burns steps in. Ninth strikeout tonight. Curveball, strike 1 from Leach. Strike 2 to Chase Burns. And there's a ground ball down to first, but foul. It's a perfect example of why you continue to play balls. That ball hopped back in, but it did so behind the bag. So it's 0-2 here to Burns, who is 0 for 1, struck out and walked outside, 1-2. The on-deck hitter is Braden Rouleau. The high heat is now Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 run in. The 2-2. Straight back. Pulled the hook on that one. And Burns goes for the bait as he becomes a strikeout victim for the second time tonight. But the Merritt Island Mustangs get a run. And they do so with 1 hit. 1 hit in the inning. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and a couple of left on. We head to the top of the 6th. Mustangs 1. Commodores nothing. Connor O'Keefe checks in to pinch hit, I believe, for, well, is he batting for Xavier Larice? I believe he is. So I guess it's 24 for 5. 1. Is that 24 for 5? Yeah. Upstairs, Connor O'Keefe. This year, Connor batting 111. 2-0. Straight heat there, 2-1. Strike 2. Woof. Not sure where that missed. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. That one's way upstairs, and that'll be a walk.
Now batting number 4, Chase Merritt.
So, just let me give you a little background on how well Patrick is pitching against Eau Gallie this year. Period. But just against Eau Gallie. He has pitched 10 innings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's got 20 strikeouts, 2 hits. It's incredible. He's not allowed. I'm not going to say it. I am not going to say it. That's a strike. 7 strikeouts tonight for Shane. Umpire warning Shane to come to a set. Squares the bunt, and that'll be. Did he get the bat back in time? I don't think he did. It should be strike 2. Nope. Called it a ball. 1-1. The 1-1. And Larice has checked back in and is on first base running. So that's what you got to pay attention to. That's what Shane's taking a peek over there. Larice does have 4.3, 4.4 speed. And Larice is off and running, and the pitch is fouled off. Nobody out here. Larice at first after Connor O'Keefe batted for him, walked, and then Larice was put back in the game. Larice committed to Oregon this week to play football. Stays put that time, and 2-2 now. Ooh, there's a close one there, but Larice back in time, and then immediately he's going to go right here, right here. Nope. So now it's 3-2 with nobody out here. Popped up, skied up. First baseman calls and hauls. Nice play by Wes Lawrence over there. And that'll be Declan Tynan steps in. He has struck out looking and struck out swinging. So we'll see if he has corrected anything here. And we'll go round and round the first base merry-go-round here as Patrick attempts to keep Larice close for another at-bat here. And there's the lead. Tynan. Tynan squared the bunt. As Liam Miller came flying in. Pulls back this time. The shot is into center field, and Larice will hold up at second. So now Eau Gallie's got a runner at second with one out here as Larice steals the bag. Still an opportunity to bunt here. Swing and a miss. 1-1. This is the top of the sixth inning here. 1-0 Eau Gallie on top, looking for their seventh win in 8 games this year. Patrick with a slide step, and the bunt goes foul. Short step, slide step, whatever you want to call it. But a step that is not his normal leg kick to try to keep Larice close. Don't know if Shane will see the 7th or not. 1-2 to Declan Tynan. Good job. And there's a nibbler off the end of the bat, and it stays 1-2. Ball fouled off. 1-2 again. Larice again with the lead at second. And he's off. Down to third. Got him. What about the throw from Grant Arnold to get Xavier Larice in third for the third and final out of the inning on the strike him out, throw him out, double play. Outstanding job. And we'll head to the 7th. 1-0 Merritt Island. Braden Rolu steps in, and Eau Gallie and Merritt Island on top. 1-0. Rolu is struck out twice here. And Carson Leach returns for his 6th inning of work. And no run support tonight, but it is tough to get run support against what Shane Patrick is throwing tonight. There's a chopper. That's a fair ball down the line. 1 out, 1 pitch. Shane Patrick steps in. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Patrick, 2-1. Two and two. Three and two. Oh, Shane drills that one, but Larice is there to track it down. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. As Asher Anderson, actually, Joel Terry will pinch hit or bat. Strike one to Joel Terry. Strike two. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Bottom of the 6th. Chopper foul. Keeps the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Just misses. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here we go. Swing and a miss at the high heat. And unless the Commodores can come up with a run, this one will end. And what a night it's been for Carson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 strikeouts for Carson tonight. But it all comes down to the top of the 7th inning. And Shane Patrick And what will Shane Patrick do here? Can he mow him down? A lot at stake here. How you doing, man? Good. How you doing? I was like, is that Ian Jack? Don't go nowhere. Let me get a couple words with you between innings. All right, we're here with Ian Farrow. What a career, man, you had at Florida Gulf Coast, man. Every time I looked up, dude, you're hitting bombs, and now you're back here tonight watching, your high school play. What's it feel like to be standing back here? I mean, you went through the draft, you've done all of it, but here you are watching the guys play. What brings you back?
It's just awesome to see the guys out here. I remember when I was out here and just the moments being out here in big games like this, just having fun with the guys you grew up with and the guys you played with, and it's just cool to come back here and I'm watching some of the guys I remember when they were little playing, and they were watching me, so it's cool
Coming
to see
out on
them.
Little League Day.
Exactly, yeah. So it's cool to see them do their thing out here and how much bigger and better they've gotten. And
How about for you? First of all, let me just say this on behalf of Brevard Sports Network, Ian, congratulations on an amazing career at Florida Gulf Coast. I mean, it was a lot of fun watching you do the things that you did there. But where are you at now in your process?
now I leave tomorrow actually for spring training, and I'm with the Pittsburgh Pirates. So yeah, I'm just getting ready for my season 2, and wanted to say goodbye to the boys out here because I've been out here practicing with them and stuff too, getting to be around them. So I wanted to see them play one more time. Yeah. It was a big game for them, so just thought I'd come out here for a last hoorah before I go out.
I love it, man. And listen, we'll be watching you real close this year. And, of course, again, man, it's just been a lot of fun to watch what you have done. And you're an inspiration to all these guys. So thank you, and good luck, man, and going forward.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that one is lifted into center field. That's Ian Farrow, and that is going to be one out. One out. And if Shane Patrick can get 2 more outs, he will send Ian Farrow off to Pirates camp with a no-no. Alex Jacobs steps in. Just misses. Strike 1, 2 balls and a strike to Alex, who tonight has struck out and flied out to center field. And that's a swing and a miss. And it's 2-2. 8 strikeouts. And now it's 3-2 here. Patrick, the 3-2 count to Jacobs on its way. And that ball is absolutely crushed in the right field, and it gets over the head of the right fielder around first, and on his way to second is Alex Jacobs, and Jacobs breaks up the no-hitter. And now a runner at second, and a great job by Shane tonight. I mean, that's the first hit he's allowed all night long. But the issue here is is you got Eau Gallie's best hitter up with a runner at second and just one out. It feels insane to put the go-ahead run on, but Carson Leach can hit. And you got to wonder if even Bobby Collins is going to ask him to lay one down or what he's going to do. Look, tonight against Leach, you struck him out and got him the ground out. KJ Jones, you owned at the last at bat. You struck Jones out in 4 pitches and got him looking.
Now running for the Commodores, Eau Gallie.
So we got us a good old-fashioned baseball chess match here. Bobby Collins says, "Come here, Carson. Let's chit-chat." What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? We're about to find out. That's a good piece of hitting right there by Alex Jacobs. So let's see what happens here. One out. First base open. Runner at second. Carson Leach, the hitter. Upstairs. Oh, nice job. I thought he's taking a couple from Shane tonight, so he gives one back at a great time. 0-1. Shane checks on the runner. And they take a shot, and hey, listen, they bring in a pinch runner. Larice tried to steal third. Grant Arnold gunned him out on the strike him out, throw him out deal. But you don't want to take that chance too often. There's always a chance your catcher could airmail the ball over the third baseman's head. That ball is absolutely crushed deep into left field. And that ball is off the base of the wall. Around second and on his way to score will be the tying run. That is a one-out double off the wall. And that scores Giovanni Hollenbeck. And a nice piece of hitting by Carson Leach. And it just... So back-to-back hits now, and KJ Jones steps in. And we're tied at 1. We got good old-fashioned baseball drama here. Listen, Eau Gallie can hit bombs, man. They got 6 of them this year. And this guy, he can hit them. KJ Jones. One ball, or one strike, actually. We got activity in the Merritt Island bullpen as Jones asks for and is granted time. 22 in the bullpen is Asher Anderson, and that was the combination we saw back in the Challenger Classic. One and one. So 1-1 here in the top of the 7th. Curveball is fouled off and out of play, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. The on-deck hitter for Eau Gallie is Brock Lustig. And Brock's going to bat because he plays and has a great glove. Popped up and fouled out of play. One and two. I want to thank Ian Farrow for stopping by. Heading off to spring training tomorrow. Pirates camp. The 1-2. Oh, that's a beaut. Strike 3. Looking ahead to the Mustangs. 7th. It's 8-9-1 due up as Brock Lustig steps in. This is likely the final batter for Shane here, regardless of what happens. And what a job he did tonight. A no-hitter in 6 1/3 innings. That's a strike. The 1-1 to Lustig is 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Shane looking to get his team tied here into the bottom of the 7th. Patrick kicks and fires, and there's a ground ball to the shortstop, up and over to first, and he got him. And that will end the 7th, but not before the Eau Gallie Commodores tied up. Carson Leach has done it all for the Commodores tonight. He has pitched them into a 1-1 game, and he hits the big double that ties the game. We go to the bottom of the 7th, tied up at 1. Got it. All right. Bobby Collins is going to Aiden McMahon on the bump. McMahon this season, this is his 3rd appearance. 3 innings pitched, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, and 11 batters faced this year. He has allowed no hits, no runs. So, tall task for the Mustangs here. So it'll be 8-9-1 for Merritt Island as they look. 9-1. 9-1-2. 9-1-2. My mistake. What's that? Yeah, I got it. Oh, yeah, I got 9-1-2. Got Nate Bailey, Ty, and Grant coming up. Now, you knew this was going to be an extra inning game, right? Because I'm here. I have not done again. I think I've done like 6 baseball games this year. 4 of them have been either walk-offs or extra innings. But we knew this was going to be the way this one was tonight, because when you got Carson Leach and Shane Patrick going head-to-head, One and 0. You just get the feeling that if the Mustangs can get a run on here, they'll play disruptors. 1 and 0. McMahon. That's 1-1. The book is closed on Carson Leach tonight. What a night it was for Leach. 12 strikeouts tonight for Carson Leeds. Couple of walks, couple of hit by pitches. That's a strike right down the middle. Bailey checks up, and it's 2-2. Ty Brandis on deck. Outside, 3-2. So he's got to come with a strike here. 3-2. Strike 3. As Bailey does a little window shopping, gets caught looking, and that is a strikeout. And Ty Brandis steps in. Brandis 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a pop out to the first baseman. Shows bunt, pulls it back, 1-0. Right down the middle, 1-1. Foul tip, strike 2, 1-2. As the umpire comes out and hands the ball just to give somebody must have got nicked up. That's what umpires do. When somebody gets a nick, they take their time and let them heal up for a minute. 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Little nubbler down to second base, up and over to second. 4 out, number 2. 4-3 if you're scoring at home with me. And Grant Arnold steps in. Arnold tonight hit by 2 pitches and singled his last time up. And the breaking pitch stays high and outside, 1-0. And Arnold with Lustig boots it. And down the first base goes Grant Arnold with a little 2-out rally here on a rare error by Lustig. And that's the second error of the night for Eau Gallie and the 5th error of the season. And Liam Miller steps in. And if ever there was a guy delivering hits tonight, it's Liam Miller. A single, a double, and another single. So he's 3 for 3 tonight. As he looks at that one, and he's seeing it well because that's a tough pitch to take right there. That is a tough pitch to take. Coming up tomorrow on Brevard Sports Network, we'll be live from DeLand, where Holy Trinity will look to win the 2A state championship. Now, we won't be broadcasting, but we'll be there. As the Tigers look to go 20-0-1 this year and finish an unbeaten season for a 2A state soccer title. McMahon. Ball drifts away from KJ, but he gets it back, and it's 2-0, and they're nibbling around the black a little bit with Liam Miller, and I don't blame him. He's 3 for 3. McMahon gets the signs. The 2-0 on its way. I don't know where that thing missed, but it did. 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. Runner at first, 2 outs here. There's Liam Miller. Well, there's like showing the umpire up, and then there's like not. I don't even know what that was. He had no idea that was ball 4. He's like, all right, I'll take the strike. The umpire's like, no, that's ball 4. You can go to first. Go ahead, son. Now it's first and second. The things you see when you do this long enough. Well, Jake Brandis steps in, the center fielder, and Jake walked and has struck out twice. And, well, his nemesis is no longer in the game. If Jake can get a base hit, it is a grass field with a little bit of dew on it. Maybe the ball slows, and maybe Grant Arnold can score. We will find out. See. McMahon to the number 4 hitter in the lineup. McMahon kicks and fires, and that one is right down the middle. Strike 1. And there's a ground ball down to first base, and he'll step on it and end the inning. And we will go to extras as the 2 teams stay tied. Top of the 8th, 1-1. All right, Asher Anderson takes over on the bump. But what a night it was for Shane Patrick. As tonight, Patrick gives up 2 hits. Strikes out 9, walks 3, and another outstanding. That is the first earned run of the year that Patrick has given up tonight. So Asher Anderson steps in, and Asher is just as lethal from the bump. Anderson this year, this is his 3rd appearance, and Anderson is 2 1/3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, no walks, no runs, no hits. So he's been shut down in his appearances out there. All right, top of the 8th here. As Nick Cunningham, Xavier Larice, and Vincent Breckenridge are due. We'll see who it is. Asher Anderson. First pitch offering is fouled back to the screen, and Nick Cunningham shaking his head up and down like, okay. Yeah, okay, let's see it. Let's go. Curveball misses. 1-1. 2-1 or 1-2. Asher Anderson pulled that hook. Two and two. Popped up. Action in the Merritt Island bullpen has Ben Henninger in there warming up. We could be here a while. There is no Texas tiebreaker in high school baseball unless you're in the playoffs. The 2-2 on its way. Thank you. May I have another? No thanks. I'm just looking. And Cunningham goes down with the backwards K. 1 out. Xavier Larice steps back in. Now, last time he was up, batting for him was Connor O'Keefe. And Larice looks at a ball high, like I said, committed to Oregon this week to play football. 1-0 to Larice. 2-0. 2-1. Larice still looking for his first hit of the year, and he can hit bombs. So if he gets a hold of one, he can drop it 310, 320. Upstairs, 3-1. Not the guy you want on. although Grant Arnold did throw him out at third base. 3 balls and 1 strike. Anderson. Anderson turns up the heat, and it's 3-2. Strike 3 as Anderson blows the doors off of Larice. And 2 up and 2 down via the strikeout. And stepping in now will be Vincent Breckenridge. Strike 1. I'd love to know what that says on the gun. That's got to be pushing low 90s. Strike 2. 0-2 to Breckenridge. 1 looking, 1 swinging. What will he do here with Breckenridge? Strike 3. 3 up, 3 down via the strikeout. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 1-1. All right, welcome back here. You can hear a little background music for a while. You can imagine. I mean, it's battery. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, we've been doing 2.5 hours of baseball. And so, yeah, the battery needs a little charging here through the 8th inning. Stepping up now is going to be Chase Burns. He's got 2 strikeouts and a walk.
Somebody on that! Somebody on that!
Probably hear sounds of the dugout and the fans. That's a strike.
Come on, Birds! Don't ever give up, everybody!
0-2. Strike 3. Third strikeout of the night for Burns. And Braden Ballou steps in.
Number 14, Braden.
Let's go. Attaboy,
inside, ball one.
Attaboy, good eye!
One ball and one strike. Oh, he just missed it. And Brock Lustig hauls it in for out number 2.
Now batting number 32, Shane Patrick.
Shane Patrick steps in.
Hey, be smart, Shane. Come on, Shane.
2-0 to Patrick.
Come on, Shane. I'm not Shane.
2-1.
Come on, right center field where it's got to go.
Asher Anderson enters the on deck circle. Anderson's one of those players that can end the game with one swing. And Patrick swings and misses. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Deuce is wild.
Hey, big stop for it. Go. Come on, 3-2.
3-2 now.
I know, I've been
to
losing.
Shane Patrick.
I've been screaming so much.
Come on, 3-2.
Now batting number 22, Asher Anderson.
Mikey Lambert in to run for Shane Patrick, and Asher Anderson steps in. Anderson tonight, 2 strikeouts himself, and 1 with pinch hitter. That was a end the game swing. Bottom of the 8th, 1-1.
Here we go, Asher. Back!
Yo, wing it back.
Here we go, Come on, Asher, right here. Come on, now. Come on, do a job now. Come on, Jules, go back. Come on,
Lifted into center field. Maurice calls it. And Maurice misplayed the ball, but ends up hauling it in for the 3rd and final out. Gave everybody a little scare, but he pulls it in. We go to the 9th, 1-1. All right, welcome back here. Top of the ninth between Eau Gallie and Merritt Island. Asher Anderson back out for another inning of work, and number 12 steps in, and that is or no, that's not him. That's Kevin Dillon. Kevin Dillon for Declan Tinlin, who has struck out 3 times tonight, 0 for 3. And the leadoff spot's about to go 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts for Eau Gallie tonight. Anderson popped up and out of play, and the count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Fouled off back to the screen area. Hey, let me hold one. Give me that one. Yeah, I'll give it right back. I just want to. Yeah. Chopper up the middle. Tough play for the shortstop, and he's got him. 6-3 is the call. Good job. Aiden McMahon steps in. Aiden has come out and done a nice job on the bump in relief of Carson Leitz. As McMahon steps in tonight, he has popped out to the first baseman, reached on an error by the left fielder, and flown out to the center fielder. This is his 4th trip to the dish. Anderson's first pitch is right down the boulevard for strike 1. That ball is rocketed to the left fielder, but right at him as he comes up with the 3rd and final out. Nice play out there by Liam Miller. So that I got 2nd out. My bad. Alex Jacobs steps in. Jacobs tonight struck out and has flied out to the center field, and he doubled. Who? Oh, yeah. Here we go, 2-0. Make it 3-0. This is where you don't want to get in trouble here with 2 outs and give up a run. The proverbial 3-1. The winner of this one tonight will have definitely earned it. 3-1. And Asher Anderson makes it 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the ninth, 1-1. Anderson sets, kicks, strike 3. And that ends the top of the ninth. Back with the bottom of the ninth. Due up for the Commodores. 9-1-2. Bottom of the ninth. And strike one to Nate Bailey as Aiden McMahon comes back out for another inning of work here. And equally as impressive as Asher Anderson has been, so has Aiden McMahon. Curveball is outside for ball one. 1-1 to Nate Bailey. 9-1-2 due up for the Mustangs. 2-1. I don't know what kind of speed Bailey has. Three and one. So the Mustangs with a little something brewing here. We are literally charging between innings. Popped up, and I mean way up. This is a tough play right here. Calling it and nailing is Cade Colvin, the third baseman, who Cade tonight. Actually, that's Carson Leitz, who has moved over there. So Leitz makes the play as Ty Brandis steps in tonight. I've officially run out of places in my scorebook. Brandis tonight struck out, popped out, struck out, grounded out. And he is foul ball. Tried to lay one down, I guess, there. I missed it. Oh, and 1 to Brandis. Shows bunt again. I don't know if he brought it back. Did he offer? Bob Walton says he does not. 1-1. Man, I don't know if that hit him or I guess it didn't hit him. It couldn't have hit him. He'd be at first, but 2-1. Oh, nice push bunt. Gets it back to the pitcher, and does he get it? Bob Walton says no, he does not. And a one-out bunt single by Ty Brandis on an absolutely laser throw by Carson Leitz. Beats it by the hair of his chinny chin chin, and that is a bunt single with Grant Arnold up. Arnold tonight, hit by pitch single, and error, reached on an error by shortstop Brock Lustig his last time up. What's going to be interesting here is to see if head coach Jason Arnold said that is a heck of a lead right there. I mean, that is a big-time lead. You're going to take that big a lead, you might as well just start off and go. 0-1. Yeah. It's a good idea that time by McMahon because it's a huge lead. Liam Miller on deck, and he has just terrorized the baseball tonight. Popped up, catcher, umpire got in the way there a little bit, but I don't know if KJ would have got there in time. But it makes it 2 strikes here. Bottom of the 9th, 1-1. We'll go to double digits. Ball is tipped. That's a Buster run him down. 0-2 on its but nope, not before we check the runner. Back in time. Liam Miller, who's got a couple of hits tonight. Lifted down the line and caught and back to first base. That's 2 outs. And that'll bring up Miller.
Now batting, number 5.
Miller tonight, single, walk. 3 singles and a walk as he steps in. Big lead at first again, but no advance towards second base as Aiden McMahon has done a really nice job of keeping the runner at least going back to the back, because that is one heck of a lead he's taken. Eventually, KJ Jones is going to have to deal with him, I think, down at second. That was close, a little closer. Shoulder tag. Alex Jacobs doing a nice job over there applying the tag. 1-0 to Liam Miller. Gapper here has a shot to win it. We'll see. Plenty of room down the right field line, too. The outfield is shaded to the left for the right-handed hitter. Popped up, and that will go out of play. And it'll 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike now to Miller. 1 on, 2 out. Yeah, that thing, yeah, you see, it was like a little helicopter there, and now we got Deuces Wild here. As that just, I mean, I've seen bats launched, and then that was quite a little helicopter battle there with that bat. And the net catches it, so, okay. Buster nearly got killed there. And he's off, and he will not throw down. So it's 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs now. First base is open. So we'll see. A base hit could definitely win this thing now. McMahon, the 3-2 to Miller. The curveball is popped up and hauled in by Nick Cunningham to end the inning. Mustangs threaten, but they don't score. We go to the 10th, tied at 1. All right, welcome back. Top of the 10th we go. Carson Leitz is up. I will tell you this, Carson's got 3 home runs this year. He can hit. So you want to be careful pitching to him.
After this batter.
And Leitz gets into one, but tracking it down. And a nice job out there in center field. Jake Brandis and just missed that one, but that term, all that really translates in is to 1 pitch, 1 out. As KJ Jones steps in.
Stay back, big man. Stay back.
Go, kid.
All right, now I think I got the audio right. I'm having a charge in between innings to keep the battery from dying, but I don't know how much longer we'll be able to do that. I know I know we will not make the 3-hour mark. And Buster, it's all Buster's fault. Because he asked me tonight, you didn't bring your extension cord? Well, no, Buster, I don't need an extension cord tonight. I'm only doing 1 game. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 3 and 2. 1-1 is the score. KJ Jones, the batter. On deck would be Brock Lustig, I believe. Yep. Jones looks at ball 4, and that might be the final batter.
Now batting number 22, Brock Lustig.
And Brock Lustig comes up. Lustig's got to be bunting here. Lustig tonight struck out, popped out, grounded out. Lustig, he's just got to be bunting here. High for a ball, 1-0. At the knees, good call by the umpire. Strike 1. Everywhere you look on the scoreboard is a 1. Scores 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And we are in the 10th inning. And there's a ground ball down the third base line, but foul as the ball skips off the back of the glove of Liam Miller. And that'll bring us to 1 ball and 2 strikes. With Nick Cunningham on deck. The 1-2 on its way. Strike 3. That's a beaut from Asher Anderson. 2 outs. As Nick Cunningham steps in. Cunningham struck out looking, popped out to the first baseman, and flied out to the center fielder tonight. Chopper up the middle. And around second on his way to third. And runners at the corners for Eau Gallie with 2 outs here. As base hit. Actually, that's not Nick Cunningham. That was, it was Nick. I'm pretty sure that was Nick. And here comes Nick Cunningham with the base hit. And Jason Arnold goes out to check on his pitcher to see what they're going to do now as Xavier Larice steps in. And Xavier tonight, well, he doesn't have his first hit of the season yet, but boy, would this sure be a time to go get it. The recent Oregon verbal commit in football. So Asher Anderson's going to stay in and try to finish this inning off here. This inning being the 10th inning as Larice looking to plate the go-ahead run. Steps in. That's KJ Jones at third. Nick Cunningham at first. And Xavier Larice at the plate. There is nothing off the table here. Xavier looking for his first hit. That might come with a swinging bunt. And nope, that's going to be a swing as he fouls it back to the screen. And it's 0-1. He was on it, though. He was on it. Anderson looks in. Arnold gives him the signals, peeks over to first. And man, that would have been catastrophic had that got away. Great job by Grant Arnold back there to block that. Anderson hanging on here, doing a terrific job. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. And Larice has got 2 strikes, and without a hit this year, right now Larice has got to be in his own head a little bit. And that's a psychological thing at this point because I've seen Larice hit a ball 400 feet. 1-2. Anderson upstairs, and they fake the throw to second. Catcher's indifference, so it won't be a credit on a stolen base. And now what we have is a deuces wild situation where we have 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And what will this turn card pitch be here? Larice wants his hit. Anderson wants out of the inning. Who will win the battle? And it'll continue. Got him! Asher Anderson blows the doors off of the X-Man, and that takes us to the bottom of the 10th. 1-1. All right, Jake Brandis steps in here in the bottom of the 10th inning. 1 run wins it for the Mustangs, but it's not like that 1 run hasn't been some kind of an adventure to get to. Aiden McMahon returns for his 3rd inning of work. 4th, actually, because he pitched the 7th. Upstairs, 2-0, and the leadoff guy on is a good start. Jake Brandis tonight, a walk, 2 strikeouts, and a ground out to the first baseman, and that ball is popped up, and that will get just out of play. Two hours, 40 minutes is the time of this one. 2 balls and 1 strike. Three and 1. I'm going to force him to throw me 2 strikes right here. I'm going to look at both of these pitches. And that's fouled off and out of play, and now it's 3-2. Like I said, in his 4th inning of work, I'm betting he's not throwing me 2 strikes. The 3-2. Fouled off. That was high and outside, I thought. Jake Brandis looking for it. Here it comes. And this one, he gets down the line, back, and hauled in by Declan Tynan for out number 1. Chase Burns steps in, and, well, Chase has not had a memorable night at the plate tonight. He has struck out 3 times and walked, and that is strike 1. Mama said there'd be days like this. Chase a good ball player. He'll be all right. That's ball 1. 1-1. It's 2-1. That's what we were talking about last week. There's got to be a rule implemented where they play the Texas tiebreaker. I mean, you want to play 2 innings of extra baseball? I get it. That's popped up. But the oh, he dropped it. He dropped it. Carson Leach dropped it, and that's going to be an error. The FHSAA is always preaching player safety. Well, you play 7 innings, right? And you go 2 innings of extra ball if you need to, and then the 10th inning should start the Texas tiebreaker, where the guy starts on second base. Huh? All right. So we've beat the lacrosse game, which has ended, and started an hour later. Huh? Did we? And that's a swing and a miss. One out here, runner at first. I think you got to start putting some people in motion here. Foul back to the screen. Braden Rolou is up. Rolou tonight is 0 for 4. He has struck out twice and grounded out and popped out to the shortstop. Oh and 2. 2 are low. And the off speed stays outside, and it's 1 and 2 now. On deck is Shane Patrick. One and 2. 2 and 2. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Can't get the runner at second. I'll tell you what, that's a good job by McMahon because that's a shot back through the middle that could have squeaked through. But 2 outs now and a runner at second. And Shane Patrick with a chance to end it. As Chase Burns ends up down at second. And Patrick steps in now, where a base hit could most likely score the game-winning run. I don't know why you would hold it. Patrick tonight has struck out, walked, flown out, and walked again. He is 0 for 2 officially. But what he did on the bump tonight has got us to this point. That's KJ Jones tried to frame that thing up. He held that up there like a family portrait, but it didn't work, and it's 2 and 0. Three and 0. Asher Anderson is on deck. 3 and 0, and Shane's taken at least 2 straight pitches here. Actually, they're just going to put him on, get him a force at the base here. So, all right, Shane walks for the 3rd time tonight. And Asher Anderson, who can hit him a mile, steps in. As the bench steps up in anticipation of what Asher can possibly do here. And if you're Aiden McMahon out there, you can't even worry about it. You just got to go get the hitter. You got 2 outs. Don't toy around with the guy at second. Go get the batter. That's the guy that matters. And that one is lifted, but this is no short thing. No short thing. And it is caught, by Vincent Breckenridge for the third and final out. Guess where we're going? To inning 11. Back in just a second. All right, welcome back here to top of the 11th. Vincent Breckenridge hauled in the final out of the bottom of the 10th. Faces Asher Anderson. And that ball is scorched back behind the plate, and it's 0-2. Breckenridge tonight has walked, popped out, struck out, and whatever he does here. We wanted that one, that's for sure. As we have look up the Chargers for an inning here, so bear with me. Asher Anderson. 3-2 to Breckenridge. Can't put the leadoff guy on. Struck him out. Breckenridge going to take the, there's the throw him down to first base, and Breckenridge strikes out. Back to the top of the lineup for Declan Tynan.
Now batting for Eau Gallie, number 12, Kevin.
Hey, work, let's go. We got top.
No, actually, this is going to be Kevin Dillon batting for Declan Tynan. But it's important to know that the leadoff spot tonight is going 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. I'm not sure what he was reaching for there. Hey, Buster.
He's going, execute. He's going, let's go. On Ash, on Ash.
Buster.
Let's go.
Buster.
Here go twos. Here go twos. Come on, Ash. Come on, Ash. Look, kid.
2 balls and 2 strikes. That's why they wear helmets. One just popped right off the top of his head.
Hey, roll it up, roll it up. Make sure we get one. Make sure we get one.
Now batting for Commodores number 2.
Let's go!
McMahon.
Aiden McMahon steps in. Boy, he'd love to help his
And you win
cause.
last time,
If he
Nate.
could do so right here, he's at the HPP with 1 out.
We got the back.
And Coach Arnold gives these field signals. And
Go. Come big, let's go.
gets away. So now 1 out and a runner at second with McMahon at the plate, Alex Jacobs on. The guy you don't want at the dish is Carson Leeds. That's the guy you don't want to face.
Come on, Ash.
All ones on the board now. 1-1. 1 ball, no strike, 1 out, 11th inning, and there's a ground ball. Third baseman up and high throw. And down the third goes the lead runner. And so it's going to be 2 outs now
Now batting number 9.
with Alex Jacobs up. Down the third base goes Kevin Dillon. And Jacobs steps in, and tonight Jacobs is
Somebody make a play right
struck
here.
out, popped out, doubled, and struck out. He delivered the big blow when Eau Gallie needed it in the 7th. Inside corner, strike 1.
Go! Suck it up over there. Coming at you, reload. Stay locked in. Let's go. You big. Oh.
1-1.
Back up that throw.
2 outs here, though. That's the positive. Uh-oh. That is drilled in that. Did he catch it?
Let's go!
No, he does not. And Eau Gallie will take the lead on a base hit by Alex Jacobs. And for the second time tonight, Jacobs delivers the big blow. And the Commodores lead it 2-1.
Now batting number 3.
Here in the top of the 11th. And the hit by pitch is what opened up the gate there. Carson Leach is in. Leach looks at the ball. What a great game, though, by both these. This is not over, I'm just saying, but this has been a heck of a game. Great chess match between 2 great managers, Jason Arnold, Bobby Collins. You could literally see the stress of a big game in every pop fly that's being fielded. High school sports is about.
Go right here. Let's go.
1 and 2-0. I don't know where that missed. The 3-0. Nope, ball 4. Runners are first and second now, but still 2 out. Still 2 out.
He's in the bullpen.
That'll do it for Asher Anderson. And a great job by Asher tonight. You ask your short relief guy to come on and pitch nearly 4 2/3 innings tonight, or 3 2/3 innings, and it's a good job by Asher. The new Merritt Island pitcher will be Ben Henninger.
Now pitching in relief for the Merritt Island Mustangs, number 44.
As we'll step aside because of the music and be right back. All right, welcome back here to Clint Hurdle Field, where the new pitchman is Benjamin Henninger. And Ben, tonight, or not tonight, but on the season, 3rd appearance this season. Ben, so far, like a lot of these pitchers, done outstanding. 2 2/3 innings. He's allowed no earned runs. He's given up 2 walks and 4 strikeouts this year, and he's going to look to get the Mustangs to the bottom of the 7th, where they will have to at least score once, as the Commodores have taken the lead here in the top of inning number 11. And he balked. So the runners will advance. No room for error here with K.J. Jones, because a base hit will make this. Trying to make him balk again. Nice stop by Arnold. Grant Arnold prevents run 3 from coming home. 2-1. That's a strike. Nice job. Eau Gallie, I tell you what, they just could not solve Shane Patrick until an out in the 7th. Outside, 2-1. But they only needed to solve him for 1 run, which they did and they have hung in there. This would be a huge win for Bobby Collins' team. That ball is absolutely crushed. Track, wall, and you can touch them all, KJ Jones. That is a 3-run bomb, and the Eau Gallie Commodores take a 5-1 lead. That he absolutely crushed that one, and KJ Jones delivers for his first home run of the year, and the Commodores have hit their 7th of the year as a team, and they now own a commanding 5-1 lead. And that was all KJ because there is no wind in the park on that one. And the first pitch following KJ's at bat. Low. Four runs in 2 outs here. 3 of them came with 2 outs on the KJ Jones 3-run blast. Ball gets away. And down the first goes Brock Lustig.
Now batting.
Pitch. Yeah, that's a strike. 0-2 with 2 outs. Gallie with 4 runs here in the top of the 11th. That ball skips in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Two and two. Deuce is wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3 runs in here in the top of the 11th. The pitch popped up and out of play. Yeah, thanks. What did I drop? No keys, everything, huh? Yeah, I sure will. All right, that'll end the inning right there. So, the Eau Gallie Commodores didn't score the first 6 1/3, but they have since put on 5 across the plate and score 4 in the 11th. We go to the bottom of the 11th. Eau Gallie with a chance to close out Merritt Island. They lead it 5-1. All right. Mustangs looking for 4 to tie, 5 to win here. And Aiden McMahon trying to finish it off here. And I tell you what, Aiden has done a terrific job in relief of Carson Leach. And that is a strike, 2-1. And we won't be doing any post-game interviews tonight because we have no battery left to do it. So I will have to get with Coach Collins and our players. It's not going to, yeah, because I have to plug the microphones in. It's not going to work. So upstairs, and I tell you what, Aiden McMahon puts the first runner aboard. All hope is not lost here yet either. We've seen too much. Ty Brandis back to the top of the lineup. This is where tonight, if you go back and you're looking for turning points in the game, it's got to be for Merritt Island, the first and the third inning. The first inning when they had bases loaded with 1 out and couldn't play the run. And then in the third inning when they had bases loaded and 2 outs and couldn't play the run. That was huge because any combination of getting a run at that point, and you got to feel like it's a 2, that they got that second run, and that's the insurance they needed to win the game. But Ryan Houston checking with them. Three hours, 12 minutes. This one tonight. Ty Brandis steps in. Strike 1. Bottom of inning number 11, 5-1, Eau Gallie. 4 in the top half of the 11th for the Commodores. 3 of them on one swing of the bat from K.J. Jones. Ground ball, chance for 2. There's 1 over to first, double play. And that is a 4-3 double play. And that's a good turn there. And now down to their final out. Grant Arnold. The Mustangs, should they go on to lose, will fall to 6-2. The Commodores will move up to 4-2. And there you go. I mean, Grant Arnold. That's the third. Is that third time? That's the third time tonight Grant's been hit by a pitch. Liam Miller steps in for the last opportunity for Merritt Island here as the Mustangs look. Eau Gallie scored 3 runs with 2 outs here. Low one outside. For Bobby Collins, this would be career win 477. Strike on the outside, 1-1. Mustangs down to their final 2 strikes. If the score should hold, our player of the game tonight, there's going to be 2 of them. We're going to give it to the Commodore player that really did the most damage in the latter innings. Tell you who that is. And down to second base. That was Alex Jacobs. And, of course, Carson Light leads tonight. Dozen strikeouts of Merritt Island batters. KJ Jones tries to frame it up. Outside, 2 on, 2 out. And you can't tie it up if you don't have a chance.
Number 1, Chase
Jake Brandis steps in. Upstairs. Look, the tying run's on deck, so anything is possible. Two and 0. Right now, Aiden McMahon can't locate the strike zone. Bobby Collins is going to go out and help him. Yeah, Bobby's going to take the ball from Aiden McMahon. Bobby don't get to 476 wins without seeing stuff like this eviscerate before his eyes. So he's making the move, and I don't blame him. Aiden McMahon has done a great job, but as a coach, man, you got to recognize, and Bobby recognizes, guess what? I've been in crazy games. This could be one of those. And he makes the move to the bullpen. This call to the bullpen brought to you by Jimmy Houlis. And Eau Gallie's going to go with Brock Lustig, the shortstop, who's got quite an arm and
now pitching to the Commodores.
got 1 out to get here to close things out for his team. Lustig this season is making his 3rd appearance. He's 1-1 this year. In 11 innings pitched, he's allowed 4 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, and 13 strikeouts this year. Bobby Collins said, yeah, nope, I'm done. Let's go. I am not going to watch this evaporate. Caleb and Jackson are in Bradenton, headed to Bradenton tonight for the weekend for 7v7 tournament. And so I said to Caleb at the studio today, I said, listen, where's the charging battery in case I need it? What are you going to need it for? You only got to do 1 baseball game. So, well, you never know. Well, here we are. Lustig. It's a good thing we had it. And Lustig misses the zone. 3-0 now. Just high strike, 3-1. Now you almost got to swing the bat here. But you definitely need the base runner, too, because you got to get the on-deck guy up. And Lustig fires a BB down Broadway, and the count is full. Runners will be off on the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners will be in motion. And there they go. And there's a ground ball. Foul down the third base line. And that gets through. 1 run will score. Dug out of the corner. And stopping at third is Liam Miller. It's 5-2. and guess what's at the plate, ladies and gentlemen? The tying run. So the tying run is at the plate. The winning run is on deck. And Brock Lustig and the Eau Gallie Commodores need 1 out. Can they get it before the Merritt Island Mustangs get 3 runs or 4? Just when you think you've seen it all, could it be? Chase Burns steps in, and Burns, hopefully seeing a different arm tonight, will have a different result. Not had a great night at the plate. Chase tonight has struck out a couple times. 1-0 to Burns. Right now, all the pressure sits on the shoulders of the Eau Gallie Commodores. You got to make them come to you with this pitch. Wow. 1-1. And down to second base. That will not be a stolen base. That'll be a catcher's indifference. 2 balls and 1 strike to Chase. Bottom of the 11th, 5-2 Commodores on top. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Up and over to first. He does not dig it out. And it's 5-3. Alex Jacobs does not dig it out. And it's 5-3. The runner at third is inconsequential because it's 5-4. The run that matters is standing at first. The run that really, really matters is at the plate. So we got 2 runs from these teams in the first 7 innings. And just in the 11th inning alone, 5 runs. 6 runs. That's how crazy the game can be. Gotta love it. Probably I think you gotta try to keep him somewhat close because he's the tying run. So you just can't let this guy have second base. So if you need to check him, then that's what you got to do here because he is the tying run. I mean, that lead says I'm gone. Slow dribbler and Lustig up, and that will finally do it. And the game that did not want to end finally does as the Eau Gallie Commodores defeat the Merritt Island Mustangs, and in the process, snap a 4-game losing streak to the Mustangs. They score about 4 runs in the 11th inning, 3 of them on a 3-run K.J. Jones home run. Want to thank Athletic Director Tom Finney. Want to thank manager here, of course, Jason Arnold, Bobby Collins, and all of you out there for staying with us through 11 innings tonight. It was great baseball. It was fun to watch. And once again, your final score, the Mustangs move to 4-2 as they get the 5-3 win over the now 6-2. See you